Welcome to the DIY Honda Garage channel. The DTC P0135 is associated with a malfunction in the heater circuit of the air-fuel AF Sensor 1 on Honda Civics manufactured between 2006 and 2011. This diagnostic trouble code, DTC, indicates that the sensor's heating element may not be functioning properly, affecting the vehicle's emissions and performance. The AF sensor is crucial as it measures the air-fuel mixture sent to the engine's combustion process, ensuring optimal performance and emission standards. Located in the exhaust system before the catalytic converter, this sensor's role is vital for the engine control module, ECM, to adjust fuel delivery accurately. If the heater circuit malfunctions, it can cause the engine to run improperly, affecting fuel efficiency and emission outputs. As part of the troubleshooting process, it is essential to document any freeze-frame data and review the general troubleshooting guidelines to ensure a systematic approach for resolving the issue. The A-filter sensor, specifically Sensor 1, has a heater that helps maintain its operating temperature. If the heater circuit malfunctions, the ECM will set DTC P0135. The sensor's primary function is to monitor the air-fuel mixture for optimal combustion. This is crucial for engine operations, fuel economy, and emission control. The sensor is located in the exhaust system, situated directly upstream of the catalytic converter, making it directly responsible for monitoring the air-fuel ratio as the gases exit the engine. The malfunction can lead to incorrect readings, resulting in improper fuel-air mixture adjustments, directly impacting the engine's performance and emissions levels. Several factors can contribute to the occurrence of DTC P0135. The most common cause is a failure in the A-feeding sensor's heater component itself, leading to insufficient heating and incorrect sensor readings. Additionally, poor electrical connections at the A-feeding sensor, the powertrain control module, PCM, or the PGM-FI, programmed fuel injection subrelay, could also trigger this code. Faulty terminals or corroded connectors may disrupt the electrical flow required for the heater to operate effectively. Furthermore, a malfunctioning PGM-FI subrelay can prevent the proper voltage from reaching the A-feeding sensor heater, subsequently causing a diagnostic trouble code to be logged. Proper diagnosis involves checking these components to isolate the root cause of the error. When DTC P0135 is present, several symptoms may become evident. The most noticeable symptom is the illumination of the check engine light, alerting the driver to a potential issue with the vehicle's emissions system. Another significant symptom is poor fuel economy, as the engine may run richer or leaner than intended due to inaccurate air-fuel ratio measurements from the faulty sensor. This can lead to increased fuel consumption. Additionally, drivers may experience rough engine idle and fluctuating engine RPM, which results from improper air-fuel mixture adjustments. Ignoring these symptoms may lead to more serious problems, such as increased emissions or engine damage over time, making it crucial to address this trouble code promptly. The first troubleshooting step involves powering on the vehicle's ignition switch to the on position. 2. This action energizes the vehicle's electrical systems, preparing it for diagnostics. Next, it is necessary to clear the diagnostic trouble code using the Honda Diagnostic System, HDS, a specialized tool that interfaces with the vehicle's onboard computers. Clearing the code resets the system, allowing any new faults to be captured during testing. Following this, the engine must be started and the throttle held steady at 3,000 RPM without load. This RPM should be maintained until the radiator fan activates. Then the engine can be allowed to idle. This procedure enables the system to reach a stable operating condition for proper diagnostics. Finally, it is essential to check for any pending or confirmed DTCs with the HDS to identify whether DTC P0135 reappears immediately. After performing the initial checks, the next step is to review the results from the HDS and determine if DTC P0135 is present. If the code reappears, it indicates a persistent fault in the A to F sensor heater circuit. In this case, it is crucial to proceed to the next troubleshooting step for further diagnosis. However, if no DTCs appear, it may indicate an intermittent failure, suggesting that the system may operate correctly at this moment. In such cases, it is advisable to inspect for poor electrical connections or loose terminals at the A to F sensor, Sensor 1, the PGM FI subrelay, and the Engine Control Module, ECM, or Powertrain Control Module, PCM, as these issues could contribute to sporadic sensor failures. Addressing such concerns may resolve the error without further component replacements. The next step involves turning the ignition switch to the lock position, 0, effectively powering down the electrical systems in the vehicle to ensure safety while performing diagnostics. Following this, the technician must examine the number 11 fuel injection, FI subfuse, located in the underhood fuse relay box. The purpose of this fuse is to provide power to critical components, including the heater circuit of the AF sensor. It is essential to determine if this 15-amp fuse is intact or if it is blown. If the fuse is found to be functioning correctly, the technician can move on to the next step. However, if the fuse is blown, this indicates an electrical overload or short circuit issue, requiring immediate replacement and careful troubleshooting of the cause to prevent recurrence. Upon confirming that the FI subfuse is operational, the next step involves removing the PGM FI subrelay, designated as E, from the underhood fuse relay box. The PGM FI subrelay plays a vital role in managing the fuel injection system by supplying power to various components, including the AF sensor heater. After removal, the technician must test the functionality of this relay to ensure it operates correctly. A failing relay may disrupt the power supply to the sensor heater circuit, leading to the generation of DTC P0135. If the relay tests as functional, the troubleshooting process can continue. However, if it fails, replacement of the sub-relay is necessary before proceeding, as a non-working relay will hinder effective diagnostics and repairs. Following the successful test or replacement of the PGM-FI subrelay, the next troubleshooting step requires the disconnection of the AF sensor, Sensor 1, 4P connector. This action allows for direct access to measure electrical resistance at the sensor's connector. Using a multimeter, the technician will measure the resistance between terminals number 3 and number 4. The expected resistance reading at room temperature should be within the range of 2.0 to 2.7 ohms. This measurement is crucial as it indicates whether the heater circuit is functioning within specified limits. If the resistance falls outside this range, further investigation into the AF sensor itself is mandated, as it may indicate internal damage or failure that could be responsible for the DTC being triggered. Addressing these readings accurately provides insight into whether the sensor requires replacement. After all necessary repairs have been performed, the final verification step is essential to ensure that the issue has been adequately resolved. The technician should begin by confirming that no diagnostic trouble codes are present in the vehicle's system after repairs. This check is conducted using the Honda Diagnostic System, HDS, to ensure comprehensive diagnostics. Subsequently, running the vehicle through various tests allows for real-world observation of its operational performance. It is critical to monitor the engine response, fuel efficiency, and emissions output during these tests. Additionally, ensuring that the check engine light remains off is a key indicator of successful repairs. Thorough verification ensures that the issue has been fully addressed, preventing recurrence and ensuring optimal vehicle function. Preventive maintenance is a proactive approach that can significantly reduce the chances of experiencing DTC P0135 or related issues in the future. Regular inspections of the AF sensor should be scheduled as part of routine vehicle maintenance. Ensuring that electrical connections to the sensor and associated components, such as the PGM-FI subrelay and ECM, are clean and secure, helps minimize the risk of intermittent failures. Monitoring fuel efficiency can also provide early warning signs of sensor issues, as deviations in expected performance may indicate sensor or electrical problems. Timely action taken during these inspections can lead to extended sensor life and optimal engine performance, while preventing potential emissions-related issues and ensuring compliance with environmental standards. In summary, DTC P0135 is a critical diagnostic code that indicates a malfunction in the heater circuit of the AF sensor, Sensor 1, within the Honda Civic models from 2006 to 2011. The AF sensor plays an essential role in regulating the air-fuel mixture for efficient engine performance and emission control. Careful observation of symptoms such as poor fuel economy and the check engine light can guide effective troubleshooting steps. Following the structured troubleshooting process, including checking fuses, relays, and sensor functionality, can lead to successful diagnosis and repairs. Implementing preventive maintenance can avoid future complications. Addressing this DTC effectively is key to ensuring that the vehicle performs optimally and complies with emissions regulations. Please like and subscribe to the channel. See you next time.